This is a follower-submitted story, so OP, if you're in chat and you want to claim it, you know what to do. This is, am I the astronaut for yelling at my husband? I, 28 female, yelled at my husband, 36 male, for finishing the apple pie that I made this last Sunday. Little bit of a backstory, my husband's boss had given him a bag of apples since he had gone to an orchard last weekend, and I told my husband, let's call him Craig, that I would make Craig's boss a pie for him and his family. I make pies from scratch. They are super delicious and they turn out great. So last Sunday, I spent 3 to 4 hours making this pie. I did lattice work on the pie crust and ensured that it looked and tasted amazing. I ended up having a leftover pie crust dough and made a smaller pie for my husband and I to have. Pie was small, as in maybe 4 pieces total, but still delicious. Mind you, while baking, I was a little elevated, if you know what I mean. And my husband teased me to not eat any of the pie that I had made us, due to being elevated. Fast forward to today. I had been traveling for work Thursday night, all day Friday and Saturday, and got home Saturday afternoon. Sunday, a week later from Mini Pie's inception, I go to look in our refrigerator to discover the pie is gone. Craig had eaten all 4 slices of the pie that I had made, and I lost it. I was pretty worked up due to the fact that I slaved for hours the previous Sunday making delicious pies for everyone else but me, and come to find out, my husband devoured the whole thing while I was gone, and I didn't even get to have any. Craig argued and said it would have been old, so that's why he finished it. But I know that while I was gone for work Thursday night and Friday night, he also admitted to getting elevated. So am I the astronaut for yelling at my husband because he ate all of the pie that I made? I think we need reinforcements for input on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her in. Ladies and gentlemen, Candy Thunder!
Now that I can't hear you. Now it's hard to know when to
You're good. Once your face is there, you can absolutely start rocking and rolling with your responses here. It's Candy Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. And now, all the pomp and circumstance without harming her ears.
So, let's thank OP for introducing us to the word elevated.
Elevated, yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard that used. But also, I think you're the asshole in this situation. A week-old pie. Tony said the statute of limitations were up. And I agree with him.
Yeah. So what is the hold time on like food that you put in the fridge? If it's community food, like it's supposed to be for both of you. But if it's something that you make, does that elongate the period of time where you should have some kind of claim on it?
No, I mean it's a week old. Like that's a long time to let a pie sit in the fridge.
It is.
So I feel like it was there and he ate it. Like if she wanted it, she had Monday through Thursday to eat this pie and she didn't eat it. So her husband was like, I'm elevated, I'm gonna eat some pie. And he did. That's a compliment.
OP, I understand being upset and wanting to, but I feel like in this case, enough time had passed to where if you had wanted to make sure that one of those slices was ready for you when you got back, you needed to verbally claim it or put a sticky note on it or something and say, this is reserved for me. Please don't eat it all. And probably do all of those things as a reminder.
I think if it was us and there was like a pie in the fridge and I really wanted a piece of that pie, I would take it out and put it in a container and write my name on it and be like, my pie.
Ava would. Ava for sure would. Ava,
well, she's mine.
She knows. She's very protective of things that she wants to make sure are left for her. Yeah, I can imagine, if there was one piece of like 4-layer dessert that comes to mind because we're getting into that season. If there was one piece of that left and you had been like gone or busy for a few days and I happened to be at home and I happened to see it and it spoke to me, if I looked at the 4-layer dessert and it was like, bow, 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 I've been really trying, baby. If it was just that time, if the time was right, you know what I mean? I can see you walking in the door, me with the empty container.
This has happened with dirt cake, and I'm not lying.
Me with the empty container,
has it
spoon in my hand. I am powerless against dirt cake.
And it was like, I was genuinely disappointed. But again, it had been in the fridge for so long that it was fair game. But I was genuinely disappointed that there was none left. He's got like a dirt cake mustache. And I'm like, I'm really upset about it.
I'm not even sorry. It was so good.
Yeah, he's like Joey. So
it was so.
When he takes
I'm
the
not even sorry. No, but I would also wait, X amount of time before being like, all right, screw it.
He didn't wait. He just ate it.
You get like 3 opportunities to open and close the fridge door, and if you've done that and the dirt cake is still there, I'm sorry, it's fair game. It's like you've turned it down 3 times by that point. And you're like, I was making Navy lunch by
Post-its in
opening
the
the
fridge.
fridge.
That's what we have too.
And that was all within 15 minutes. Those don't count as 3 fridge openings and closing. Hey, I don't make the rules.